Hey, what's up YouTube? Glassbox Aquarius here, coming at you with a 2020 recap of the fish room. Just want to do a quick tour just to give you some updates of what's going on and wish everybody a happy new year. As you can see, we got the rack behind us. Still got the 150 pending. That'll get done eventually. And you can see I also have the rack of 8 tanks here. We're going to do a quick feed-in and show off some of the fish and a couple things that I want to do this season coming up, and some of the major changes that will happen right behind me. Up first on this rack system is going to be the albino bristlenose breeding tank. I've got 3 albinos in here that have bred out for me multiple times. I did just throw food in all the tanks to try to pull everybody out. This tank here, I got a possible mutt guppy mix. I'm not too sure the species. I picked them up on a rescue, but all the males look the same. All the females are the same as well. And these females are pregnant, so I'm really hoping that they breed out for me. This tank here, I know I'm gonna get some crap for. This is my Maltese tank and lemon blue-eyed pleco grow out. There are a few Maltese in here. The Neos, really small tank, but those bristlenose are going to get pulled out of here soon and moved somewhere else. The Maltese will have the tank to themselves, and eventually they might get moved into a larger tank. But for now, everybody's doing all right. There's no fin nippage or anything. It is so heavily planted, but no issues in there. Up next is this 3-tank system that is on the top shelf. It is run off of that small Fluval. This is my brackish water setup, or semi-brackish water. It's not up to full salinity yet. These 2 top tanks are empty, growing a whole lot of hair algae and not much else, and some snails. Tank is planted with some mangroves too, and some anubias. And you can see, do have a night goby and a couple Florida flagfish in here. And I do have the African mud skipper in here. Pretty much lives off of crickets and some bloodworms. And this brackish water tank does have this beautiful pufferfish. Probably one of the coolest fish I've ever wanted to own. And he's been doing great. Got him super small. He's pushing, it's probably pushing around 3 inches right now. And I love the color, the personality. Always comes out for feedings. I feed him pellets, bloodworms, and a whole lot of snails. Down here is my 90-gallon / holding tank for all these big guys until the 150 is set up. Couple nice big gold severums, couple good plecos in here, 1 L number, like a royal lined pleco of some kind, not sure which one. An albino, and a 12 to 14 inch common pleco. This is the rescue loach that I got from, I think it was either Petco or PetSmart at one point. And he is massive, probably pushing, 6 inches or so. And I almost never get to see him, but he's probably one of my favorite fish in here. This leaf fish, probably one of my oldest, pushing 5+ years old. And a nice rescued angel that I picked up from someone that couldn't house it, along with that super large pleco. And then a few smaller fish, a couple tetras, denison barb. Like I said, on the 150, nothing going on here. Everything is still set up the way it's been. FX6 is still in the box. Quarantine tank is empty, no new fish. I did build the sump out and, like a fool, put the elbow into the glass at one point while I was under here trying to do some plumbing. So gonna have to redo this sump. Doesn't matter because the plumbing's not ready. But this will get done, hopefully 2021. And lastly, we do have this rack of 8 tanks, a little over 100 gallons in total, all run off of this FX6, and everything plumbed in together. This here is my King Beta that I picked up from Petco. And he does have some really nice color and good personality on him, but no aquascaping in the tank. This tank here, let me grab a flashlight. 1 fish in here. And it's a small Emperor Pleco. He'll get moved out of here, but otherwise just growing snails. And in this tank as well, we do have a whole bunch of duckweed and some guppies. These 2 males were rescues. They're all black. Nice coloration on them. And this is a fire and ice female. I haven't had much luck with breeding out some of these different guppies, so these guys were put in here together to see what kind of nicer mutt guppy mix I could get. And I also have some Blue Dream shrimp growing out. I don't think they're breeding 100% true, but I'm still having fun watching some of these shrimp grow out. Next tank down, I do have some red-tail blue hyphen variatus. There is a trio in here, along with some red cherry shrimp, and a whole bunch of plants. Hopefully get some more breeding action. And we're gonna skip that shelf, but right below as well, I do have another trio in here of the same variatus. This tank is one of my favorite tanks, these Green Lantern Platies and Bristlenose Plecos. This tank is just a clean, neat looking tank. These Platies are having all kinds of babies. I've had great success with them and breeding true. And I do have plenty of Plecos. A couple are locally bred and 2 are wild caught. So good genetic mix in there as well. I doubt there's babies in there, but I've had good success with this tank. Down below here, I've had these guys spawn once before with no luck. They ate all the eggs, but these are my Filipino Blue Angels. And I doubt we'll be able to see them. There we go. We do have the L199 Plecos hiding out in one of the caves. There we go. Still got the Anubias for Profit growing out, rooting in on these lava rocks really nicely. I've been feeding these guys plenty of bloodworms and a high protein, try to get them to push again and get another clutch going. So we'll see. And lastly, down bottom here, this is just a grow out tank with all the Green Lanterns and a whole bunch of the Variatus. Probably about 50 babies in here right now. And the last of the Bristlenose Plecos. I had this rack crash. There was about 200 Plecos in here at one point, and it was too much. They got pretty big, too much waste, too fast from that many fish. So this rack, within the last month and a half, had a crash, but all the actual fish have been great. Might throw some more plastic plants in here just to give the babies somewhere else to hide. couple things that are going to be happening with this group of tanks. I am going to be losing one of these tanks up top because I do need to replace one of the tanks on that rack. I did find a crack in it, and I'm not going to try to cut it apart and replace it. And these small size tanks, I don't see much I'm going to do with it being brackish water. The other issue with this tank is, besides the hideous scaping, this little 3.5 inch, 4 inch opening is my only access to get my hand in here to do anything, and it makes it impossible to do any real scaping. So I really want to rip this whole section down, and instead of going for quantity of fish, go for quality of the tank. So this is going to get ripped apart and rescaped, and I think I'll be much happier with that to give the puffer and the African mud skipper a better habitat as well. Lastly, I will get this 150 up and running, and it is made possible now because I do have new electrical installed, all GFIs. I had someone come in. I did not film it. I don't need anybody getting zapped or asking a how-to video. Got a couple channel stickers. One's my own, one was given to me as well, so I've been super happy about that. But yeah, guys, those are gonna be my two main goals: is get the 150 up and fix this system. Guys, I just want to say thank you. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Everybody have a happy new year this year. Have a great 2021. Let's put 2020 behind us. And I've had so much fun this year on YouTube posting videos. I hope you guys like them. I hope by next year I get a lot better with them as well and have some more fun updates.